You are the Sinnoh Pokemon League champion, and you are now wondering how you should spend your time in the post-game of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. The game certainly doesn't end at the Elite Four, and it has a ton of in-game content to keep you occupied for hours. Which activities should you spend your time on? Continue to watch the top 5 post-game activities here, and you'll have a better idea of how to get the most out of these new Pokemon remakes. Let me know your favorite in-game activity in the comments below. Let's hop into one of my favorite activities now, shiny hunting. Shiny hunting in Pokemon games have been a staple since they've brought shinies in Gen 2. I personally have been shiny hunting for a very long time as well, and I really do enjoy finding that discolored Pokemon, all for hours and hours and hours of hunting, and you finally get it. It is such an amazing feeling and something that you really don't replicate in many other games. Every game since Pokemon X and Y have released a new way of getting a shiny Pokemon and a new method to make it a little easier on you. In this game, they do the same thing, but there's a few different shiny hunting methods that make it a little better odds, and there's a few different ways that you can really try to catch these super rare Pokemon. The new method in this game is called Poke Radar hunting, and the Poke Radar hunting starts once you beat the game. Once you beat the game, you are given the Poke Radar, and you can use it to shiny hunt Pokemon. What you want to do is chain Pokemon up to about 39 or 40, and your odds are 1 out of 200 or 1 out of 99 respectively to get a shiny Pokemon. That seems really easy and really broken, right? Wrong. It is not easy to get a 39 and 40 chain. In fact, after catching every single Pokemon in a chain, after each one, you have a 7% chance of that chain breaking. So you have to avoid a 7% chance of breaking for 40 or 39 encounters. That's really difficult and not easy, but it is extremely addicting, but also extremely frustrating. Come on, this is 35? This is 35, right? Oh, please. Come on. Here we go. But once you get to the 39 or 40 chain that you're hunting for and you get that shiny patch, it is something like none other and is super exciting. I'm going to open my eyes and there's going to be shaking grass and the chat's just going to be going crazy with how lucky and awesome we are. Please, just let me see shaking grass. Let's go! Yeah! Aside from that, you also have your normal shiny hunting methods, like just random encountering. You also have the underground, which we'll get to further in this video, but you have the underground. When you are in the underground, you can actually collect Diglets around the map. When you collect these, it goes toward a counter of 40. When you get 40 Diglets, or if you're on the internet, which I highly suggest if you want to shiny hunt this way, you can wait until everybody finds their own Diglets up until 40, and then you have double odds. So instead of the odds being 1 out of 4,096, it is now 1 out of 2,048. So you have double odds of getting shiny hunting that way. Outside of those two methods, you can of course Masuda hunt. Masuda method hunting is where you breed for a Pokemon using a foreign ditto. That means if you're on like an English language copy, you can get a Japanese, French, German, any kind of other language ditto, or any Pokemon for that matter, and you can breed them to make these Masuda eggs. These Masuda eggs have higher chances. If you have the shiny charm, it's 1 out of 512. If you don't have the shiny charm, I think it's 1 out of 683. It's significantly better, although in this game it is significantly slower than in Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield, I could get through eggs fairly quickly. In this game, egg hatching is very slow and is more reminiscent of Gen 4, so it's very slow to hatch these eggs, and it's a pretty slow and not the most fun method. I personally enjoy the Masuda method hunt. This one is a little longer, but it is fun, and I've gotten a few shinies by doing the Masuda method hunting in Sword and Shield, and I'm working on my first Masuda method hunt shiny, which I hope to be Magikarp very soon. Not everyone's the most excited for shiny hunting in this game because it is a little bit more difficult, but I find that more fun. It's a lot harder to find shinies in this game, I feel like, than some of the other games like Sword and Shield. So if you guys want to find cool shinies, make sure to check out these methods. Once you've beat the Elite Four and you're looking to keep yourself occupied, look for all of the Pokemon in the Pokedex. This game has 493 Pokemon in it, and trust me, it will take a while. There are some Pokemon that take a long time to get, and you also have to spend time finding fossils in the underground, finding parts to make stuff for Ramana's Park, You have to do Spirit Tomb, which takes a while. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that will keep you occupied if you're going for the entire Pokedex on your own. Obviously, if you only have one version of the game, you are going to need to trade some Pokemon over, and you, of course, need to have your trade evolutions as well. So it is going to take a while, but the reward for this is the Shiny Charm. The Shiny Charm, once you beat the game and you collect every Pokemon in the National Dex, you get the Shiny Charm, and it makes the odds of finding shiny Pokemon a little bit better. The only unfortunate thing that as of this recording, the Shiny Charm only works on Masuda method hunting. It doesn't actually work on random encounters like it does in every other game that the Shiny Charm has been in since then. I'm not exactly sure why they chose to do that. I'm sure there is some reasoning behind that. I personally hope they do patch in the Shiny Charm being a little stronger, but I wouldn't get my hopes up because the Pokemon Company has never done that before, and I know these are new developers, but I know that they are heavily influenced by Game Freak, and Game Freak don't really change anything when it comes to shinies in their games once they release. Regardless, making sure you catch all 493 Pokemon is still extremely satisfying and really fun to go for because there's some really cool hunts in this game and there's some amazing Pokemon. I can't wait till this actually gets implemented with Pokemon Home because Pokemon Home is going to bring these Pokemon into it, and we just get to add even more from those games that weren't added in Sword and Shield. I assume when Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl get added to Pokemon Home, they will actually let you transfer any of those Pokemon to Sword and Shield. I don't know that for sure because there are some Pokemon in this game that aren't in Sword and Shield, but what I imagine is they will open up the Pokedex a bit more and have a patch once this goes to Pokemon Home, but I can't guarantee anything. But regardless, go for all 493 Pokemon, get your Shiny Charm, and complete the Pokedex. The Grand Underground. The Grand Underground is a really cool new feature that they have brought to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Now, the Underground was in the original games, so it's nothing crazy, but it has changed a good bit. Yes, you can continue to dig for fossils and plates and various other things, but there's more to do than just digging. There's a secret base like you could have in the originals. Unfortunately, the only things you can put in your secret base this time around are the statues that you actually collect from mining. When you're mining, you can collect statues that are gray, you can collect statues that are green. There isn't much difference between the gray and the green statues. It does help you spawn certain type of Pokemon inside of the little Pokemon spawning areas. That's all it really does. We originally thought when this game came out, it was actually going to help your shiny rates on those Pokemon that you have the statue of, but we haven't seen any evidence of that, and it doesn't seem to be the case. Regardless, collecting all those statues can be really fun and exciting to bring into your secret base and to show off all the cool statues that you have. You can also search for the fossil Pokemon in the underground. When you're digging in the underground, you can also find different fossil Pokemon. You can find the old Amber to make Aerodactyl. You can find the Dome fossil to make Kabuto, the Skull fossil to make Tyrant, and all of the ones that are in this game can be found in the underground, and you can find them unlimitedly. Unlimitedly? That is definitely not a word. You can find them a lot, and there is no limit to how many fossil Pokemon you can get, which is also really exciting because a lot of the other games limit you on how many fossil Pokemon you can have. In this game, you can have as many as you want. If you want 7,000 Tyrants, you can have that. Lastly, the underground, like we spoke about earlier, does have these Pokemon spawning areas. There are a lot of Pokemon that can spawn in each area. There's going to be a lot of your Pokedex hunting in these specific areas because there are so many Pokemon. Some of them are extremely rare too and hard to find. I searched for Pineco for, no kidding, an hour and a half until I finally found a Pineco. I was so excited because Pineco evolves into my favorite Pokemon, Fortress, so it is really cool to be able to go into this underground and really try to see what all you can get here. Overall, the Underground has gotten a huge remake and has really come to be a staple feature in this game, and it's really excited to go down Underground and see what you can find. So I suggest checking that out once you beat the Elite Four. This game, by a technicality, is actually the hardest Pokemon games ever released. I say that because there are actually legitimate trainers and Elite Four members that have fully EV Pokemon, fully level 100 Pokemon, as long as you go about rebattling the gyms and the Elite Four. You can in fact beat the Elite Four 3 separate times, and when you do it for the 3rd time, there are level 100 Pokemon. It's extremely difficult, and I've not actually been able to beat it myself. You can also rebattle all the gyms in the region, which is really fun to go back and battle the Pokemon and see how your Pokemon stack up against the gym leaders that you've already beaten previously, but now with a brand new team and a brand new way to go about it. I highly suggest before you go battling the gyms and the Elite Four that you heavily train your Pokemon. This game, like I said, is actually really difficult. It's going to require you to have to level your Pokemon to level 100 and EV train your Pokemon. These fights are not easy, and it is actually a ton of fun and keeps the longevity and the battling and the PvP aspect of the game, not just inside of the battle tower and not other trainers as well. If you're looking for a challenge, keep fighting the Elite Four. It's difficult. Last but not least, and one of my favorite features in the game, Ramana's Park. The Ramana's Park is a park which you can go to find legendary Pokemon. You actually have to get these cartridges that you use to find different legendary Pokemon, and these cartridges can be found by actually trading in things that you find into the underground to the person at the front desk that will give you one of those cartridges to then be able to find the legendary Pokemon associated with that game pack. If you also want to shiny hunt these Pokemon, they are shiny eligible. It is completely full odds. There's no way to make it any stronger, so it is going to be a little bit of a decent hunt. I think soft resets in this game take like 30 to 40 seconds, so they're not quick resets, but you can get these legendary Pokemon as shiny if you want to hunt them in this way. It's a game in and of itself, having to find these little pieces that you need to trade in to get the game packs for the legendary Pokemon, so you're going to spend a decent amount of time in the underground looking for these pieces, and I'm telling you, they're pretty rare. Getting all of the Pokemon in the Ramana's Park is going to take you some time, and you're going to spend a good amount of time in the underground, but it is worth it because you can find some amazing Pokemon. The Ramana's Park is a really cool feature and is a different way to hunt for legendary Pokemon that we haven't had in other games. I really do enjoy that most of the Pokemon games that are coming out have a different way to find legendary Pokemon that makes it a little bit more involved. We had max raid dens in Sword and Shield. We had the warps in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And in this game, we have Ramana's Park to get these legendary Pokemon. And there's some really cool Pokemon you can get. You can get the birds, you can get the dogs, you can get Mewtwo, you can get Rayquaza, a bunch of different legendaries, the Reggies. It's really cool, and I think you guys should definitely check out Ramana's Park. That's gonna be it. That's the things that I enjoy doing in the late game. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think is the most fun activity in the end game? If you guys enjoyed this video and you've made it this far, please hit that like button. It helps me out a bunch. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.